Hello, here I am. Go ahead and get your supplies ready and we will get started. So my name is Theresa Tucker and I'm the owner of Tucker Top Notch Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have been stamping since about 2006. Prior to that, I was scrapbooking, so most of everything I did was had to do with preserving pictures and creating memories. So when I came back to Stampin' Up! In 2019, I decided that I was going to run this as a business. I hope to retire soon, and I would like to be able to have a business that I could run after I retire. So on Mondays, we play Mystery Monday. It's a mystery stamping class. And if you haven't played along before, go ahead and grab these items and let's do this together. So if you're here, if you're visiting, just say hi to me. I would love to hear from you. Yeah, I enjoy teaching people how to craft and create cards and home decor and all sorts of things. So go ahead and say hello to me, and we will get started here in just a couple minutes. So while you're doing that, I am going to create one of the cards that we are making tonight. Okay, so this is clue number 1, and we will go to clue number 2. Thank you for joining me this evening. I really appreciate you being here. It means a lot. I'm so thankful for my customers and my friends who play along. Don't forget to mention that you're here and ask me any questions that you have is fine. So stamp the 3x4 basic white or very vanilla cardstock in landscape orientation with the flowers, the stem, and leaves in green if you can. Because we're not going to see the flowers the way they are initially when you stamp it. That's what we're going to alter. So I have made a couple of cards, but I would like to just make one more while you're working on yours, so that this one is a little bit of variation. We'll go on to clue number 3. Stamp the flowers onto the coordinating DSP also. So you stamped the flowers on the very vanilla or white cardstock, the 3x4, and now I want you to stamp the flowers onto the coordinating DSP. Once you do that, the next step is clue number 4. Cut out or use a die cut to cut out the flowers on the DSP. And I am going to cut my 3x4. And if you get finished with your card at the end before I finish this one, then I will show it to you while I'm making it. So I'll give you a few minutes to cut that out. If you've got several flowers and you have to fussy cut, I know it can take a little while. Just take your time. We're not in a hurry. You're probably going to hear me using my mini stamp cut and emboss machine because I need to cut out some flowers. Okay, we can go on to clue number 5. And if I get too far ahead of you, you can go back and watch the replay later. Using dimensionals, replace the flowers on the cardstock. Not really replace them. You're going to cover the flowers on the cardstock with the ones you cut from the DSP. I'm going to run some dies through my mini stamp cut and emboss machine. I'm going to cut out 2 more. So clue number 6, stamp the greeting in the lower right corner of the 4.5, on the 3x4 card that you just added the flowers to. Go ahead and stamp the greeting in the bottom right corner of that card. I knocked a book off. Okay, clue number 7. So next we're going to use a scallop die to cut the scallop out of the coordinating cardstock. Actually, I think I'm going to stop here for a minute. And so yeah, go ahead and cut that out. If you're just now joining me, my name is Theresa Tucker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have been stamping since about 2006. Prior to that, I was creating scrapbooks. After 2006, I started making cards, and when I started working for Stampin' Up, I started to run this as a business. That was in 2019, and I've been working on building my business since then. So if you're here or if you stop by, I really appreciate it. I'm very thankful for you. Okay, once you've completed clue number 7, then adhere the scallop to the cardstock from the back. So you just want the scallop showing at the bottom. And I'm going to run one more thing through my mini stamp cut and emboss machine. I hope this turns out the way I think it will. It's going to be a little bit different, but I wanted to try it. see if I liked it. Clue number 9. Adhere those layers to the 5.5 by 4.25 card base. So basically, I'm going to get everything cut, and then I will assemble this card after we're finished with these clues. So right now I'm working with the Pierced Bloom dies and just trying something different. It'd be fun to see how it turns out. I need to decide on a sentiment though. And clue 10. Adhere the 5.5 by 4-inch white or vanilla cardstock inside the card. Once you've done that, go ahead and embellish the card as desired. You can put gems on it or any kind of embellishment. You can put wink of Stella or ribbon. Whatever you want to put on there is going to be fine. I think I found a greeting that I want to put on my card. Before I do that, I want to tell you that just one more thing you need to do. First of all, thank you so much for playing along. And lastly, please upload your card to your Facebook page before May 31st for a chance to win one of my cards. Your name will also be put in a drawing for a prize, and I will draw one name live on June 7th at 7 p.m. right here on my Facebook business page. So I haven't had a lot of people post their cards on Facebook, so I haven't had any names to draw. So that would be great if you could post that on your Facebook page and then tag me. So we've got that done. Now I'm just going to show you a couple of cards that I created using this technique. Here's the first one. Little card, big thanks. I used the Hostess Designer Series paper. This is brand new. And this stamp set is let's see. I think it's Flowers of Friendship. Yes. Flowers of Friendship. And that one, I've got a second one that I want to show you. And just one moment while I find that one as well. I believe that it's also a new card or a new stamp set. I don't see it. Okay, I don't see it. It got filed away. But it is for this card. A thank you card that I created. And I added the Artistry Bloom sequins to it. And for this other one, I used Silver and Clear Epoxy Essentials. So those are new elements that Stampin' Up! Has come out with the new catalog. So there are those two cards. So I was working on one more because I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. So I used some Designer Series paper. It's called Flower and Field Designer Series paper, and I believe it's still available until the end of June. And then I used the coordinating dies, which are the Pierced Bloom dies. So my thought was that I would cut these flowers out with the designer in the Designer Series paper. I don't really like this on the top, so I'm going to try switching it around and see if I like it better. I don't know that I like that though. This will go in the center. So maybe the yellow on the bottom is a better idea. Okay. Okay, so we'll do that. Now I wonder about this one, which would be the best. It just takes up so much of the paper underneath it. So that will go in the center. I don't know. I don't know if I'm loving it. Let's go ahead and stamp the sentiment onto the card stock. And I think I'm going to use let's see. I don't know. How about Cherished Friend? Or Just Because? Wildly Grateful. I like that one. Okay. So I have not mounted these stamps yet. These are rubber stamps. And so when you get your stamp set, this is actually a good learning thing. When you get your stamp set, it's going to look like this if you got the rubber ones. The photopolymer stamps are already, they come just as they are and they're ready to use right away. But these don't. So here's how you mount these. I'm going to, first I'm just going to mount a couple of them so I can show you how it's done. So these are, they're scored, they're cut in the center like this. And then you take out the coordinating rubber stamp and take the back off of it. And then you line it up. And you want to be careful when you do this. You don't want to drop your stamp because once it is stuck down, it is very hard to get it up without ruining the foam cushion in between. So we'll do that, and then let's try this one. This says Cherished Friend. It's really easy. I know the first few times that you do it, you'll probably be intimidated. Let's see, here's Cherished Friend. And I'm just kind of looking to see the outline of the stamp of the name of the stamp, the sentiment. I'm looking for that outline as I put these down. I try really hard not to get the stamps crooked when I put them down. My, your, what's this one say? My, your, oh, you're my person. I like that. You're my person. I think that's the person that you go to when you gotta talk. Like I went to a good friend of mine this evening because I had to talk. Sometimes even after you pray about something, you just want to talk to somebody that you trust. And so that's what I did. I called and talked to somebody I trusted. And there we go. It doesn't look like there's anybody joining me this evening. So I hope that you watch this later and that you like the cards. I will just continue with this. I'll do a few more. All right, so let me see where my just because is. Just because, here it is. Because that's the one I'm going to use on this other card I'm making. Okay, so I'm going to stop there for now and put this card together. I need a stamp, or I need a block. And let's see, I'm going to use Poppy Parade ink. There it is. So I'm going to line this up and mount this as straight as I can. Stamp it in the ink, load it up, and then try to stamp it straight. That looks pretty good. I feel pretty confident that I can get this on here straight. There we go. I will clean it. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna put this together now. So I'll grab some dimensionals. My large dimensionals, and I've also got some smaller ones. I'll probably use the large ones with this one because these are pretty big. See. Put that down like that, and then we'll put this one down as well. There we go. Now we'll put the centers down. Thank you again for stopping by. If you haven't been here before, my name is Theresa Tucker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been stamping for 36, since 2006. So that's quite a while. Before that, I created scrapbooks. I've got several. All right, so now we're just going to put these down. And of course, I bet you can't guess what I'm going to use to put them down with, huh? Dimensionals. I love dimensionals, and I use lots of them. Every time I place an order for anything, I have to order more dimensionals, more adhesive. Okay, that there. And that there. And then let's just put this little bow down here. For that, though, I'm going to use a mini glue dot. And I don't want it to be so high that it covers up just because. So I'll just put it down here a little lower. There we go. And then we're going to put it on the card. Like that. Do you like that? It's pretty. It's different. It's not the same old, same old. And now we'll put this on the front like this. I almost feel like I need something right there. What do you think? I do. Do you think I should run a smaller flower through the stamp cut and emboss machine? Or put another large one on there? I'm going to bring this in. And let's see, grab the dies. So these are the dies that came with this set. And as you can see, there's lots of them. So I could cut a couple of them. Cut this and put it up here at the top. I could even make it a little bit different. So I think I'm gonna pull in this poppy. I'm just going to run this flower through here twice with poppy cardstock. called Poppy Parade. And I'm looking for some scraps. I don't want to use a large piece. So when you're designing a card, sometimes it's, well, for me, in fact, it's always trial and error. When I first started designing cards, I have no idea what I was doing. But Stampin' Up! Demonstrators create cards all the time, and we have lots of samples out on the on Facebook, Pinterest. Go to Pinterest if you need some ideas. If you've got a stamp set and you just don't know what to how to start your card or what you want to do, get some ideas when you go out there. And then what I do, what demonstrators normally do, is give credit for the inspiration and name whoever that is for the inspiration when you post it on your Facebook page. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Uh-oh. The plates aren't lined up right or something. So let's try this again. There we go. It's got to be lined up. All right, so I'm going to get some of the yellow, I think that's crushed curry, for the center of my card. Let's see. Well, maybe it's So Saffron, actually. It looks more like So Saffron. Okay, so I think that's probably the one to go in the center, and it's going to cut out too, so that's perfect. So I keep a stash of bits and pieces that I've cut out right here in a drawer in front of me. So if I ever need something, I can go in there and get it. I'll put that back. All right, so now we're going to put this together. Let's grab our dimensionals again. Put that there. And we'll stack these together. We're going to offset them like we did the others. Like that. And then this one, it will need a smaller dimensional because it's quite a bit smaller. Whoops. I'm picking up my stamps because the side that sticks to the block is really sticky, particularly when they're brand new. And it just wants to follow me and stick to everything. There we go. Now we'll put that flower down. There we go. What do you think? Now let's put some embellishments on it. So these are the end colors. These are the blue adhesive back gems. These are the gilded gems. They're gold. These are the frosted and clear epoxy. The opal rounds. Metallic pearls. Genial gems. I do like those. Let's see. We have some red rhinestones. We have pearls. And we have the rhinestone basic jewels. So let's see. What else do we have? Oh, we've got some little flowers and some bumblebees. Yep, I have 2 of the bumblebees. I think I'm going to go with this. The Genial Gems. Now we just kind of randomly put these out there. Just kind of have to decide where you want them to go. You always do a uneven number as opposed to all even. They just look better when there's just 3 or 5 or 7. And that's our card. So, didn't turn out too bad, did it? I like it. So that's all I have for you this evening. If you have any questions or anything, please leave me a comment and let me know. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. This Thursday, I have a technique class at 8:10. I'll be right here. Oh, I should tell you about these. This is my host code for an order of $25 or more. You will earn Tucker tokens, and once you reach, I think it's 20 Tucker tokens, then you get a $50 shopping spree on me. This is my email address if you want to reach me by email. This is where you can shop. This is my blog. I will post these cards on my blog, and I will also have printable instructions and a supply list for you. And then, of course, this is my Facebook page right here where we're at. I will be posting this or uploading this to YouTube as well. So thanks again for being here. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.